Your job might not exist in 10 years. If that doesn't sit well, know the job that replaces it doesn't exist yet either. For the past century, technological revolutions have reshaped human labor. The steam engine replaced muscle, the computer replaced the clerk, and classical AI is now replacing the analyst. Each wave brought a transition and a new era of productivity. This is the signal for the next wave, the quantum revolution, and it will be different. It will not just replace human calculation, it will augment human creativity in ways we can barely imagine. It will create entirely new categories of jobs that do not exist today, while simultaneously making some of the most complex and high-paying jobs of today obsolete. This is Click Future, where your future is a click away. Today we explore the future of work in the quantum age. We will identify the jobs that are most at risk, the new roles that will be created, and the investment opportunities in the companies that will train and equip the quantum workforce. This is not a story about unemployment. It is a story about skills migration. We will break down the 3 waves of quantum job disruption, analyze the emerging market for quantum education and training, and reveal why the most valuable asset in the quantum economy will not be the computer, but the human who knows how to ask it the right questions. The first impact of the quantum revolution on the workforce will be one of disruption. Several high-paying, intellectually demanding professions will see their core functions automated by quantum computers. This is not about replacing simple, repetitive tasks. This is about the automation of complex problem-solving. For every job that is disrupted, a new and often more interesting job will be created. This is the great reshuffling. At-risk job number 1, the financial analyst and portfolio manager. The core job of a financial analyst is to take a vast amount of data, identify patterns, and make predictions. As we've discussed, quantum machine learning algorithms can do this at a scale and speed that is impossible for the human brain. The quantum computer will be able to analyze every financial instrument in the world, along with every news article, every weather report, and every social media post, and construct a perfectly optimized portfolio in seconds. The human role of stock picking and portfolio construction will become largely obsolete. But as the analyst role fades, the quantum business strategist is born. This is the person who is not a quantum physicist, but who understands the technology well enough to identify business problems that are amenable to quantum solution. They are the translators, the visionaries who can see a business challenge like drug discovery or traffic optimization and frame it as a problem that a quantum computer can solve. They will be the CEOs and CTOs of the next generation of companies. They're the ones who will ask the quantum computer the right questions. At-risk job number 2, the materials science and chemical engineer. The discovery of new materials and chemical compounds has historically been a process of trial and error, guided by human intuition and experience. A quantum computer can simulate molecular interactions from first principles. It can design a new catalyst for a chemical reaction, a new alloy for an airplane wing, or a new drug molecule with perfect accuracy, all in a simulation. The lab-based trial and error work of many material scientists will be replaced by the quantum computer's ability to design perfect materials on demand. But this gives rise to the quantum algorithm designer. This is the most obvious new role. These are the physicists, computer scientists, and mathematicians who will actually design and build the quantum algorithms that will power the revolution. They will work at the major tech companies like IBM, Google, and Microsoft, at specialized startups, and within the quant hedge funds. This is the highest paying and most in-demand job of the quantum era, requiring a PhD in quantum physics or a related field. At-risk job number 3, the logistics and supply chain manager. As we explored in a previous episode on quantum logistics, the job of optimizing a global supply chain is a massive combinatorial problem. The human managers who currently perform this task, using a combination of software and intuition, will be replaced by quantum optimization algorithms that can find the true mathematically optimal solution, saving companies billions of dollars. The human role will shift from managing the system to managing the quantum algorithm that manages the system. This creates the need for the quantum classical systems architect. A quantum computer will not exist in a vacuum. It will be a specialized coprocessor, working in tandem with classical computers. The quantum classical systems architect is the engineer who can design and build these hybrid systems. They need to understand both classical computer science and the fundamentals of quantum computing, and they will be responsible for building the bridges between these two worlds. This role will be critical in every industry, from finance to manufacturing. This skills migration from the old jobs to the new creates a significant and largely overlooked investment opportunity: the market for education and training. The world will need to train millions of people in the fundamentals of quantum computing, and the companies that can do this effectively and at scale will be immensely valuable. In August 2025, Deloitte published a scenario analysis that should terrify every CEO. If scalable quantum computing arrives sooner than expected and the talent market remains undeveloped, we'll face quantum talent wars. Early movers will be the first in line for talent resources, while late movers will face significant competitive disadvantages. Investment Angle 1: the quantum education platforms. The first and most direct investment is in the companies that are building the educational platforms for the quantum era. This includes online learning companies that are developing specialized quantum computing courses. While many of the current leaders in online education, like Coursera and Udemy, are starting to offer quantum courses, there is a massive opportunity for a new, specialized platform to emerge as the definitive source for quantum training. This also includes the companies that provide the software and simulation tools that are essential for learning, like Ansys, whose simulation software is used in universities around the world. Investment Angle 2: the quantum cloud and access providers. The best way to learn quantum computing is to actually use a quantum computer. IBM has trained over 40,000 students through its quantum education initiative with 98% completion rates. The companies that provide cloud-based access to their quantum hardware aren't just selling computation time, they're building the workforce of tomorrow. IBM, Amazon's Bracket, and Microsoft's Azure Quantum are the gateways to the quantum economy. Investment Angle 3: the consulting and integration firms. As companies in every industry try to understand how quantum computing will impact their business, they will turn to the major consulting and integration firms. Companies like Accenture, Deloitte, and Booz Allen Hamilton are already building out their quantum consulting practices. They are hiring quantum PhDs and training their existing consultants to help clients develop their quantum strategy. These firms will be the bridge between the quantum technology providers and the mainstream economy, and they will profit handsomely from the uncertainty and complexity of this transition. The most profound change in the future of work will not be the replacement of humans by machines, but the partnership between them. A quantum computer is not an oracle. It is an incredibly powerful tool for exploring possibilities, but it needs a human guide. The future of work in fields like drug discovery, materials science, and financial modeling will be a partnership between a human expert who can frame the problem and ask the right questions, and a quantum computer that can explore the vast solution space and provide a set of optimized answers. A perfect example of this is the partnership between IBM and the Cleveland Clinic. They are using a quantum computer to accelerate the discovery of new drugs and treatments. The doctors and researchers at the Cleveland Clinic provide the medical expertise, and IBM provides the quantum computing power. This is a model of augmentation, not automation. The quantum computer handles the calculation, freeing up the human to focus on creativity, strategy, and problem framing. The value of human intuition and domain expertise will not decrease, it will increase, as it will be the key to unlocking the power of the quantum computer. The race for quantum supremacy is not just a race for better hardware, it is a race for human talent. IBM's Quantum Education Initiative reached students in 125 countries. That's a global talent war. The CHIPS and Science Act allocated $200 million for semiconductor workforce training and $81 billion to double the NSF's budget by 2027. The nation that can attract, train, and retain the most quantum algorithm designers, systems architects, and business strategists will have a decisive advantage. The competition for the top graduates from universities like MIT, Stanford, and Caltech is already fierce, and it will only intensify. The geopolitical power of the 21st century will be measured not just in military might, but in the number of quantum PhDs. This is a new kind of arms race, where the weapons are algorithms and the soldiers are scientists. The nation that builds the most vibrant quantum ecosystem, a virtuous cycle of research, education, and commercialization, will set the rules for the next century of technological and economic development. The talent war is not just about national pride, it is about national security and economic survival. The countries that fall behind in the race for quantum talent risk becoming the digital colonies of the 21st century, dependent on the quantum infrastructure and expertise of others. The stakes could not be higher. The quantum revolution will not lead to a world without work. It will lead to a world with different work. It will be a world that values creativity, critical thinking, and the ability to ask good questions more than ever before. The jobs of the past were about following instructions. The jobs of the future will be about writing the instructions for the most powerful machine ever created. The investment opportunities in this transition are not just in the technology itself, but in the human capital that will be required to wield it. The companies that are building the educational platforms, the training programs, and the consulting services for the quantum economy are making a bet on the most valuable asset of all, the human mind. The true quantum gold rush won't be in owning the computers, but in training the people who can operate them. This is a fundamental shift in how we should think about technology investing. It's not just about the hardware or the software, it's about the humanware. The ability to learn, to adapt, and to collaborate with these incredibly powerful new tools that will be the most sought-after skill of the 21st century. The future of work is not a world without humans, but a world where humans are more important than ever. In the quantum age, the most powerful computer in the world will still be useless without a brilliant human to tell it what to do.